You blink against the sunlight spilling over cobblestone streets. Somewhere behind you, a lute stumbles through a song it's not entirely sober for. The air is thick with the scent of bread, horses, and a hint of smoke from a hearth that's been burning since dawn. There is no TikTok here. No endless scroll, no viral dances. But fun? Oh, they had plenty. And you're about to find out exactly how people entertained themselves in the Middle Ages. And maybe how you could too. You might even survive without Wi-Fi. Imagine that. You step into the village square, and already you're in the middle of a show. A man in a motley outfit is balancing on a barrel, juggling knives while an eager crowd throws coins into a wooden bowl. This is the medieval version of a YouTube creator. Only his views depend on not accidentally stabbing himself. Fun back then wasn't just watching. It was doing. Tournaments thundered across the land. Knights in gleaming armor charged each other with lances, not to settle blood feuds, but because hitting someone off a horse was considered the pinnacle of weekend leisure. For the peasants who couldn't afford armor, there were wrestling matches in muddy fields, a kind of community UFC, minus the pay-per-view. And when the day's work was done, there was music everywhere. Not Spotify playlists, but wandering minstrels with songs that mixed local gossip with moral lessons. The medieval version of a podcast, if you will. And here's something most people don't know. Medieval towns sometimes held fools' festivals, where for one glorious day, roles reversed. The poorest beggar could become the bishop or the mayor, parading through the streets in borrowed robes, making absurd decrees. Imagine letting your class clown run the entire school with actual legal authority. Historians still debate whether these festivals were an act of rebellion or just a pressure valve for the frustrations of daily life. Either way, it was the Middle Ages saying, let's not take ourselves too seriously. And here's where it gets interesting. These people didn't have the luxury of free time the way we do. If you worked the fields, you worked from dawn to dusk. If you were a craftsman, you built, mended, or sold nearly every day. So when fun happened, it mattered. Every dance, every dice game, every roasted feast after the harvest wasn't just distraction. It was a small rebellion against a life that could be brutally short. It makes you wonder, when was the last time you enjoyed something without checking your phone halfway through? Remember that juggler from earlier? He's still going. His eyes are locked on those knives, sweat running down his brow. He knows if he slips, the crowd might gasp, then walk away. That was medieval fun. High stakes, full attention, and no skip ad button. The knights at the tournament didn't fight for followers. They fought for honor, for coin, for the roar of a crowd that had been waiting all year for this. And the Fool's Festival? It reminded everyone, from the shoemaker to the lord, that laughter could flatten the world's hierarchies for a day. The lesson? Fun isn't just about passing the time. It's about marking the time. In the Middle Ages, entertainment was rare enough that it became unforgettable. Maybe that's what we've lost, and maybe it's worth taking back. So here's your challenge. Pick one thing this week and do it with medieval-level focus. No multitasking, no background noise. Play the game, cook the meal. Dance like the jesters watching, because next time, we're diving into something even stranger. The ways medieval people tried to cheat death. Some methods worked. Most did not. Until then, keep your lance steady, your laughter loud. And remember, you don't need an app to have a good time.